Hello and welcome to today's session of programming a little bit. I want to create a little AI ASCII art adventure, and we'll see how that goes. We'll start with creating Ollama, a Docker container. So what I did previously, because I didn't want to fiddle around with it too much, is I created a Docker Compose file. I'll cut that out and put that here in our project. So we built a new directory where we say Docker, and then we can hopefully paste that in without a lot of work. That is looking good. Okay, so let's take a look at that Docker Compose file. Oh, I forgot one more file. Otherwise, this won't work. Okay, so what we have here, as you can see, is we'll start one Ollama Docker image with the latest version of it. We'll name it Ollama. We'll expose the port 11434, which is supposedly the default from Ollama. We'll mount the Ollama data out. As you can see, I already ran that because I want to be done before midnight today. And I downloaded this LLaMA file, this model. So we want that mounted out of the Docker container. And what I want to do now is put that in the git ignore, because we don't want that in our repository. Yes? Oh, we don't. Okay, yeah. What I did as well is create a Git repository. I can show that really quickly, but there is really nothing in here so far. What's this? Oh yeah, we need this. Sorry. Okay, yeah. So this is our repository. There's really nothing in there yet. Okay. Moving on, if I may. Yes. And we will add that. Yes, of course. Don't ask again, and add that stuff. Okay, now we can look at GitHub desktop and we see some files. And we see that they are not ignored for some reason. Let's do that here again. We ignore that Docker Ollama data. And it's still pushed. Well, let's just not commit all that stuff. Okay, the rest of the stuff is just IntelliJ stuff. I'm not sure. I don't want that in there yet. No, we just leave out all the IntelliJ stuff. Let's exclude the whole folder. Oh, you can't see the context menu. That's unfortunate. Okay, but what I clicked was excluding the whole folder here. That you can see. Great. Okay, still going to the Docker Compose file. Now we mounted that externally, and here we have some init file. We'll get to that later. And here's some experimental stuff, and I don't think that works for me just yet. But in theory, this would allow this Docker image to use one GPU. But what I gathered from the log data, this does not work. But that's all right. We don't need that right away. That's just performance stuff. Maybe later on we can optimize that, but nothing for now. Okay, moving on. As I said, here we have this in the init directory. We have this run Ollama bash script, and what that does is basically it just starts the Ollama server, then it waits for it to be active, and then it runs the LLaMA 3.2 model, which means it's downloading it if it's not available. And that's what I wanted. Was the whole idea of this Docker Compose file, to say Docker Compose up, and then we have a running system without needing to install anything else. Yes, and by adding that existing Ollama data with the model, we don't even need to wait for the download. What, in theory, we should be able to do... Oh no, I shared. Oh, I'm sorry. Mistake number 2, I think. So yeah, you didn't see the Docker Compose file. I'm sorry about that. So I talked about this. And this is the GPU stuff. This is the shell script, and so on. Please feel free to comment stuff. That would be very much appreciated. Ariel Crom already commented for Ollama. I think that's a sign of enthusiasm. That's great. All right, so we have all that together, and in theory, we should be able to run that Docker Compose without a lot of issues, hopefully. Okay, no, it does not. What's the error? Error response from daemon conflict. Oh, yeah. The container already exists, and I think it exists in a different location or something like that. I'll just delete that container because that should be really easy to build, getting built again, because what really takes a long time is that model, that downloading of the model. But we already have that and mounted that, so there shouldn't be a problem. Okay, it says started. That's not a lot of output. I think it's taking some time to start up. Or is it already? Is it running? I don't know. Okay. Let me just try something here. Yes, I want to share this one because... Yep, right. Let's put my webcam over that one. So we have that window where we have the Ollama running, and we should be able to move in there. Yes, with the terminal. And you don't see that terminal, of course. Great. One more second and you should be able to see that. Oh, you know what? Is this the one? No, this is not the one. This is still not the right window that I'm sharing. Is this too difficult? I think that's... It's just not displaying anything here. Well, that's a pity. Okay. What do we do? What do we do? Can we maybe... Yes, open the terminal here. Hello. That makes things easier. So we are in this one, all right? We are in this Docker container. That's great. And now we want to run that LLaMA. What was it? 3.2, I think. Let's try it. Why? Oh, it's not Ollama. Ollama is the software, but LLaMA is the model. That's why the system doesn't find that one. That's all right. Takes quite long. I'm not sure if that's all right. Yes. Hello. Hello. How can I assist you today? Wonderful. You can't, but that's all right. Let's disconnect. How can we disconnect? Close the tab. We're probably disconnected. Now, all right. We have a running Ollama LLaMA model. And now we just commit that really quickly without all that stuff. We don't want that, as I mentioned before, but this stuff seems right. So we add that, edit the Ollama Docker compose with LLaMA 3.2. So that's great because we already achieved something. That isn't much, but still, it's worth something. Okay, we want to continue. And how do we do that? With cloning Spring, downloading Spring. Let's go back to our browser. You can see I already cheated once more. I opened the Spring initializer. So we want to create a Maven project with Java. This is the latest stable version of Spring Boot. We call that one dev Raba because that's part of my name at least. And here we have the artifact with AI ASCII adventure. An adventure created by enhanced, yes, with AI and drawn with Vaadin. Okay, now we got that. We want to have the newest version of Java. I'm just thinking, I don't know if I have that one installed, but we want to have that. Now, we want to add a dependency, and that would be Spring AI for, I think there's something about LLaMA specifically. Great. I didn't say that, I think, but as I posted a lot, we want to have that Vaadin as well. And am I missing something? I think these are the two main things that we want. Let's generate. Let's explore. I like that. I just saw that a couple of days ago for the first time. Never explored before. I just downloaded it and then tried it. Yeah, but basically this, yeah, okay, the Vaadin stuff, minimalistic, and the dependencies. These are the important things. So it's adding this model LLaMA and the Vaadin Spring Boot starter. That is great, and I think it should, yeah, because it's Vaadin, you should have that production profile, and that does a couple of different things, a couple of exclusions. So that's perfectly fine. We want to have that. and the download is already ready. I will just copy the whole stuff to our project. If I find it. Yes, here we go. Yes, now it wants to overwrite the git ignore, and I think we want to do that right now. Okay, here we go. Let's put that out. And again, we want not to have that. Let's add that to the git ignore file once more. Yes, this time it works. So it added Maven as an executable. It added the Maven wrapper properties, which we don't need right now. Some default stuff. It erased that. That's all right because we added it once again. And the idea stuff is somewhere here ignored already, which is great for us. Now here we have the application. Okay, great. We leave the tests in for whatever reason. Init Spring Boot project. Great. Easy. Yeah, we don't care about the line endings. I don't care about that. Great. We have another milestone, so to speak. And now we can go back to IntelliJ, I think. And then just think on what we want. Okay, actually, I need the browser once more. And this time I also prepared something, a little link where I can copy a lot of stuff from, which should be this one. Yeah. It's this one. We put that here so you can see something as well. Ooh, my shirt is quite strange. See if we can fix that. I think we can. With a little bit of magic. Ah, well. This doesn't get any better, all right? Maybe. Yeah. Maybe this is better. Okay. We don't want to sign up, really. We don't want to log in. We don't want that. And now we have something. Yeah. So Spring AI, we are using Spring AI with Ollama. And what we want eventually, not right away, but eventually we want to have some function calling, which enables the AI model to call some functions, some Java functions that we provide for it, which is amazing. And I tried that like a year ago and it did work for ChatGPT, but not for Ollama. So I want to try that again today or on the next session, at least in this project. So what they did here is have a couple of these options, and I think we need those as well. Basically, I think this port, I just have to look that up. 11434. Yeah, okay, so that's the default. This is a different model, so we have to set that. And I don't know about the temperature, so we just leave that out and see if it works anyway. Great, let's go. I have to remember to switch these windows. I don't know if that's the perfect solution, but I wanted to share all my screens, my applications without sharing my main screen. And that's a bit tedious here with my OBS system. But that's what we have right now. So we work with that. This does not recognize as a Maven project yet. So synchronize with the service tools window. Well, no, that's not what we want. We actually want to reload this from disk, I think. Load Maven project. There it is. You don't see that. Haha. Here we go. So there it is, the load Maven project. I'll go over there. And then it should highlight all these things in the correct order. Project files moved. Sure, whatever you say. Okay, we have the application properties. We had that before, but still. And we have that model. So far, so good. Now we don't do anything with the model, which is unfortunate. Hey, what's going on here? Why is this red? It didn't register yet. So it's resolving dependencies. Quickly check if we have the JDK installed. And again, you don't see that sub window. That wasn't the smartest move from me, I think. It's the same as sharing a screen with only one window if you are on a Teams meeting or Zoom call or something like that. It's just a bit tedious, but I think it's the best solution so far. So I want to download new JDK, and I want to have, what do we want to have? Usually we just use the Tambourine, I think. Yep, let's use this one. Java 24. Downloading it. I can try to share the screen so far. But that's all right. You see that it's installing here. Boop. Here you can see that. And it's resolved all the issues. That is great as well. Great. Let's move on to that website. These are the properties that we want. The other stuff is just JPA and data source. We don't want that yet. That would be actually probably a smart move to expand on. But the basic idea that I wanted to have is service. No. Yeah, all right. The get mapping is fine, but we don't want that as well. Okay. So, of course, I also did something with AI so far. And by that, I mean I let the AI create some stuff for me. But I don't know how I can share this in a proper way. That's all right. We just go one thing at a time. So let's put that over here. Good. We are back in IntelliJ, and what we just copy in here is this one. So this should enable the AI client, but we don't have that yet, so we have to add another dependency. Okay. Are you sure? Let's see. Let's erase that. Add Maven. Okay. That's really shit for live coding if Windows don't translate to the stream. Anyways, so we have the Spring AI Ollama set. That's a different version. Why is that a different version? Okay. So what ChatGPT told me to write in there is this one, which is a bit different, but basically the same. I'm not sure. But let's just check that out. Because I like this idea of having just annotation and a prompt, stuff like that. That's what makes Spring so special, I think. One of the things. And yeah. That's also different from LangJ for chain, because LangChain for J. That's what I used last time I experimented with AI and Java. Great, we don't want that. What is AI? Yes, introduction. Let's take that one. Why not? They always have great introductions. But what do we need for that? Here we go. So it's basically the same. It is okay. It should experimental AI. Interesting. Let's see. What does that thing say? So this should work, but this is OpenAI and we don't want that. Yes, I know. But you could also... No, that's the problem. No, it couldn't find that one? Now that is strange. Are we doing something wrong? Let's go back to the browser. Check this out. Oh, okay. Yeah. One should always read the whole documentation. So they added a specific repository for it. So does that mean it's not ready yet? Well, let's see. Yeah, all right. Put me down again. Great. Go back to IntelliJ. And we add some repository. I think that should be somewhere here. Refresh the whole thing. And then see that still both are wrong. Enable false. Why is this not working? Beldung is usually really, really good. Okay. So Spring AI main concepts, one interface AI, which has two basic implementations. Yeah, so that's all right too. But I would like to have that done. Yeah. This is all great. AI client. This is a snapshot. So how do we get this one? I want the AI. Well, okay. All known implementing classes is OpenAI and Asia OpenAI. We don't have that anyway. So probably it's probably the wrong solution anyway. So ChatGPT failed me here. But we can fix this somehow anyways. I'm sure of it. Let's try it another way. Let's go back to IntelliJ. Here we go. Put this config in. Now this should be resolvable. Come on. Looking good. Well, can't you do this yourself? You should. Doesn't want to. It does not want to. Let's go back here. We don't need all that stuff because it's not working. Remove it. This is the stuff that Spring itself said would work, so we want to have this one. And there should be a Ollama chat client. But there is not. Let's, well, ask Google again, shall we? Great. Ollama Spring AI. That's all they need, really. Yes, we have that one. We have that one. We have some properties set. That's all great. Yes. Now, here we go. We have some chat model. Where do you get that chat model from? A class provides model configuration. On startup, the default options can be configured. Constructor, blah, blah, blah. At runtime, you can override the default options. That is great, my friend. But how can we use all that stuff? I'm guessing that we can just inject that chat model. And that's what we'll try. Let's do it. First things first. Let's go back to our trusted IntelliJ. And let's just remove all that stuff. It does not work. We can have a chat view. Put that on the route to nowhere, to root. And this should extend the, how do you say, what's the thing in Vaadin? This main view. Let's just go with a horizontal layout. Can't remember the name of the app layout. That's it. Oh, no, nothing is working. Okay. Let's go. Great. And then if we go there, constructor, we want to have, how do we do this? Text field, right? Text field, right? Text, chat. Easy as it goes. Yes, this is Vaadin stuff. We don't want to use a WT. And yeah, we just put that in there. Hopefully we have at least this one. Yes, great. Now the prompt, we have some options here, whatever. We don't want that actually. That should be done automatically by our application properties. So let's not do that. But we need a chat model. Let's add this. And hopefully it's just injected. That would be lovely. And that's usually how Spring works. You just get stuff injected magically. All right, and then we should see this. No, we have to add this text field to the UI. And that's all there is right Now, we already started the Docker, and now, why don't we have a nice run configuration for that Spring stuff? I think I don't have the Pro version here of IntelliJ. So that's an issue, but not a big one. We should be able to just run it anyway. No, not the tests. Don't run the tests. Well, they probably succeed anyways, but we don't want that. We want to have, yeah, you don't see the context menu. Amazing. Okay, we just right click on this one and run it. That should do it. Why is this not working? Add. This is the app layout. Oh, 1 second. Yeah. Okay. We don't need all that stuff. We just want a horizontal layout, and that's good. That's enough for now. We just want to see something. Okay, something is running. It wants access to the internet. So far, so good. It opens up the browser in the wrong image, the wrong window, of course. And we see nothing. What does IntelliJ say? It says nothing as well. Nothing on all fronts. Okay. What's going on? Is anything doing anything? Yes, something is doing something. But nobody knows what is done here. Oh man, all right. Nothing is going on. Is the Docker doing something? Maybe. We should be able to check that out, right? Here in the services. There's our Docker. There are some ports, stuff like that. We can open the terminal, but that doesn't say anything. The log is interesting. Okay. Post RP chat. That was quite some time ago. What? All right. It finally loaded. It loaded this small text area because we did nothing with the response. Amazing. Great work. All right. Thanks for joining anyway. Rio Crom. You can watch that anyways later on if you are still interested. So let's go to the response. Put that in a no. 1 second. We want the result. All the results? No, the result. And then the output. That is quite detailed. Okay, let's have another go at that. I want to see the logs. No, not you. These ones. because at some point there should be a log. I don't know why the time is wrong. I think that's because Docker has the Docker image has the wrong localization, probably. But it doesn't do anything until I refresh maybe my browser window. So I refreshed that one. And now we wait again. Nothing. Come on. Okay. Oh. All right. All right. We have that message. Great. Great work. And even better, we have that image. Here are 5 famous pirates. Great. Okay. That's kind of a minor breakthrough. Cool. So now we can communicate with the AI that is running in the background. I think that is worth some commit. Whoop. Oh yeah. It seems like, okay. Even though we added or we created a Spring Vaadin project, it did not add the right things to the git ignore. That is unfortunate, but not a problem. This should be ignored, and I think everything else is just fine. Cool, so we have some minor stuff going on. I don't want that. Do I want that? No. Why would I? Leave me be. Great. This can be discarded, I think. Yeah, only this one, right? Yeah. Okay. Minimal functioning talk to AI. Great. No, that's something. That's really quite something here. Back to IntelliJ. Now, a couple of things. We want to have, the one thing that's really annoying here is that we do the request, we do the prompt, and then we wait quite a long time for the response. And then if it's done, we get the whole response. But what we actually want is that tokenized. So I think we have to call something like subscribe or something like that. Oh yeah, the stream probably. Stream, and then we get the prompt and we get a flux back. Yeah, but we don't get a response, of course. And now we got that flux stuff. Oh no, I'm sorry. GitHub desktop is in the way again. Come on. Oh, there are many mistakes here. But I'm guessing I will cut all of this out in a streamlined version, hopefully, someday. Okay. Let's go back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Well, we want to have Spring AI tokenized output. Let's try that one. Is that tokenized? I think that's the wrong word for it. 1 second, I have to read a little bit here. Okay, I read in my ChatGPT thing again. So what we can do here is subscribe. Yes, that seems wonderful because we get a chat response and we can set a consumer. So this is our response. Yes. And with Vaadin, there's a tricky thing. If we are not on the UI thread, we have to access it to do something on there. And we want to access it and do something. Basically here, yeah, that should do it. And we want to have the chat set the value to the text chat and no, get the value, yeah, plus the response, get results, get output, get text. That could be fun. I don't know if that's what we want to have, but that could be fun. And let's change that up a little bit. So we want to have a text area, the basic area where the UI is writing in txt response and create a text area. Great. Now that should be not changeable. Is that something? We can't disable it always. Set enable is, yeah. But we don't want to disable it. We just want to make it not changeable. And I don't know if there is such a thing here. Blur, clear, focus. Let's disable it for now. Set enabled false because we want to have it disabled. Then we add this one right away, otherwise I will forget again and I don't want that. Then we have the actual chat window. And if there is something, some response. Okay, 1 second. Yeah, we need that in another function. Refactor extract method. And this is call prompt. Yeah. Sure. And now we have the chat model, yes, and we have some text field, but in this instance, we want to have a text area. Yeah, and that does nothing to the syntax because it's working the same way here. And we want to have that text area. But we want to have that prompt now, and that means I'll just give in the prompt. Let's do it like this. And here we write that down. Well, you can put that in one line, this one in another one, format the whole thing. Great. And now we create the prompt here. But not from a static text, but of course from that text field. That is cool too, but one step further and then we We almost have it. We want to have a button, okay? Send prompt. I always like to prefix that stuff. That's nothing you have to do, but it's sometimes if you have a lot of components, that helps a bit. Send the prompt. Great, and we add a click listener. No, what is the right thing? No, I think it's a click listener. Event. Yes, event. And then we call the prompt. Yeah, with the text, that stuff basically. With the prompt from this one. Okay. That is good. That is right. And then we can do something with it. So what do you want to do about that one? All right, we can do that. But of course, we forgot to add the button. Okay, so that's a bit more usable now. And yeah, let's see how that goes. And I wanted to program about an hour today, so we are almost done for today. I was actually hoping I could do more, but things are like they are. Let's wait for IntelliJ. Yeah, it's done. So we pull that up again. We refresh. Oh yes, we have the horizontal layout, I think. I was expecting the vertical one. Say hello. Send the prompt. And wait for an answer. Nothing happens. Why? We do not know. What does our service say? A lot. Ah, okay. Did it think for such a long time? No, our browser still says no. There's nothing, but it is done loading. Ah, here we have an error. That's great. That's good. But still, I don't know why that took such a long time for the error to even drop. All right, because the return value of getCurrent is null? What? That should not be the case. Null pointer exception. The Flux stuff. Okay, so at this point we got no UI. I had that problem before because it doesn't see any UI there, but if you put that here and save it basically for later to use, that works. Still a bit annoyed that it takes such a long time, but still, it's something. Yeah, just restart it once more. And yeah, we can see here I got the horizontal layout, which is not good in this case. But it works somehow, so all is well. Okay, I will try to size this window. It does not work. Maybe. Yeah, okay. So we can see both. And we are live here. That should be really fast. Say hello again. Send the prompt. This time it was really fast, but there is nothing going on. Let's check out our service. Here we go. Here we go. We see nothing in the browser, but we also don't see an error. That's progress. No, it isn't. It's never progress. If you don't see an error, that's just far more insidious to debug. So this took 17 seconds and it brought us nothing. Why? Okay. Let's see again. So we are subscribing, we are accessing the current UI, which should work just now. And then we are setting some values of the text area that we see here. This is all great. This should work. But somehow this does not work. Well, there's nothing else to do than just to debug. Let's open up the browser again. It's probably something really, really small because we are not that far in development yet. Say hello again. Okay, so we are here. That's great. The response is here. We have the model, all that stuff. We don't need that. No, we don't want the generations. That's what we want. And then we have, text content is hello. So why doesn't it do anything? Let's step into that one. I'll put away the browser again, step into this. Set value hello. And that is great. Set value hello. And exclamation mark. What's it doing now? Hello, yeah, okay. So everything is working fine. But the async stuff is a bit tricky. I think in Vaadin, you have to activate that with the push annotation. Is that push? Yeah. Let's try it. Maybe that was the case already and then we are done here. That would be pretty cool. Pretty cool ending for today. Unfortunately, we did not get to any real stuff for creating the game. I was hoping to do that. We have an error because this push is not accepted. Don't they want to push? Okay, let's have the browser on again and find Vaadin Async UI change. Let's try that. Asynchronous updates. Yes, that's what we are going for. And as usual with Vaadin, you come out at a very a different version from what you're looking for. In this case, I didn't even specify the Vaadin version. So this is all right this time, but usually it's the same here, and then it's just annoying because you have to search that again. We brought that up a couple of times, but they can't seem to handle this. Yeah, the server push configuration. I think that's what we are trying to do. We want to have that push enabled, and somehow this does not work. Push mode manual, no. Long pulling. No, something is wrong here. Page. Is that wrong? Do we have the wrong? No. That's the only one available. But maybe it's at the wrong position because this is the application. Let's try it again. Maybe it's just activated for this route. That could be the case. And we have some errors. That's not nice. Fails to start. Do we simply have another instance running? Sometimes that's troubling as well. Let's see. I'm just checking my task manager and I'll bring down this rogue JDK. That's running. Let's try it again. What are these? System load has been called. All right. Oh, another one. Come on. Okay, if we remove this, then it's working? Just to see if this is really the case. It seems like it is. Come on. Really? Servlet configuration. We don't do anything special yet. What version do we have of Vaadin? Do we have the newest version? 24.8. I think that's pretty new. Okay. Long polling. I'm not sure if this is useful to us. But this is really annoying because it's so basic. Failed to start. Caused by unable to embed Tomcat. So do we need to start that in a different way maybe? Is that the problem? Please create a custom class implementing. Okay. But okay. Well, just do what they tell us to do. And they said like this. And that's what we'll do. Great. No, actually, we just add that, right? We don't need a whole new class for it. Don't we need any methods to implement? Is it just that interface? Well, okay then. If it's that easy. Cool. We have both. And say hello. It's doing something. But it's not doing what I would like to have it do. Let's see what the service is doing. Oh, it's doing nothing. Llama runner. Yes, here we go. Huh. But that's not the way we want it to happen. Not at all. So we send the prompt. For one thing, it really takes a long time. But now we can see that it's working pretty nicely. So it's writing that thing down. But the first try does not work as smooth. How can I assist you? Okay, now it's working. So did that just reset or something? Maybe there's some error in my Docker Compose yet. That could be an issue. No, but it's working really nice now. Help me. I can offer insights and tips on a range of so now I would like to see if it has already memory. It shouldn't have memory right now. So it shouldn't know that it asked the question, would you mind telling me a little more about what you'd like to help with? Yes. It seems like you're agreeing to something, but I'm not sure what. Would you like to start a conversation or ask a question? I'm here to help. Yes. Yeah. Okay, so that's funny already. So we need a lot more things, but right now, at least we can commit again, because we have a running system where we can send a prompt and we can get an answer pretty quickly, and in a tokenized version, I'd say. So I'll add that to the whole thing. We don't want the transport stuff. I'm sure that's not what we need right now. Yeah, add async streaming of answer. That sounds good, doesn't it? Cool. So we are at the end of today's session. If you like that, please follow me and like that video, of course, but follow me. I'll try to do this again and continue this project next week on Saturday. That would be the 12th of July. I'm not really sure. I have to check my schedule on this one, but I'll try to do that. So far, thank you very much for watching. It was a pleasure, and I really had some viewers. That's amazing. I didn't expect that. Thank you very much, and hopefully see you next time. Goodbye.